how to 10x your TikTok engagement in 3 easy steps.
Yeah, so we like going super into each subject, as you guys have seen if you've joined us for our past lives. So we're going to give you 3 practical things that you can do starting today to actually grow on TikTok. Because as you know, any social media platform isn't just about posting and leaving, but it's about engagement and how you are performing and acting and interacting with the platform. Post 1 to 3 times a day about one specific niche. So this is super, super important. Why are we saying to post 1 to 3 times a day? Well, because like you heard, there's so many people on the platform, and the content specifically on TikTok is so consumable. If you're like Ricardo, who is a TikTok stalker, you'll probably know that you open the app and you start scrolling and scrolling and scrolling because it just captivates you. Why is that? Because the content is short, it's entertaining because it has music, and it really grasps your attention. So time flies when you're on TikTok. One thing that I want you to do is next time you're on TikTok, don't think about it, but look at the time it is, and then look at the time it is when you close the application, and you'll know exactly what I mean. So that's why we're saying post 1 to 3 times. There's so much content that if you are posting more times, there's more probability and more chances of you actually landing a spot on the homepage and going viral. Now, why one specific niche? Well, because people start to look at content, and let's say they scroll down and they see one of Gabe's TikToks, which is super, super fun. If you haven't already, go check his account out. And they like what he said. They like what he did. They like how he explained marketing with the pizza. So they're going to click on his profile. Well, the next thing that they're going to do is they're going to look at his other posts. And probability is that if I clicked on his profile, it's because I'm into marketing. And the way I'm going to give him a follow is if he has more content that relates specifically to me. Now, this doesn't always mean marketing. It doesn't always mean dancing. It doesn't always mean cooking. It can be whatever you want. Just pick something that you want to talk about and that you're good on, and focus on that specific thing. It can be dancing, sports, singing, cooking, makeup, beauty, fitness, so many things. Also, there's infinite amount.
Also, I mean, think about it. If you're like, oh my God, how am I going to create so much content every single day? I'm just gonna go crazy about it. So there are many ways. The platform is super easy to use. You're like, okay, so should I edit the video before? Should I post it? No. The app is just super simple. You just start creating, you click play, you pick the song, you crop the video. It's just super fast. You can make a video in less than 30 seconds if you have a good idea, okay? So the secret to this, to be posting at least 1 to 3 times a day, is to document your day. If you document, you're already doing these things. So you're making coffee in the morning and you're a lawyer, so relate with your niche, relate the making coffee. What does relate to? Is the pouring the coffee, like doing something inside your niche. So start relating the little things that you do every single day, and you're going to create easier, faster, and super relatable content for your audience. So just document instead of creating. This is super easy, and this is the best way to create 3 to 1 piece of content a day, okay? So let's go to step number 2.
Drum roll. Okay, number 2, use hashtags related to your niche. So again, concentrate on whatever you're talking about and then pick hashtags. Hashtags, just like you know on Instagram, it's a way for people to search you and for people to actually find you and know what you're talking about. So we do hashtag marketing, hashtag digital marketing skills, hashtag TikTok secrets. People will know exactly what we are talking about. It's super straight to the point. You know exactly what this means.
Exactly. And you have, in Instagram, you can do, for example, 30 hashtags, but here is by
character space.
Yeah, exactly. So there are certain character space, so you can do like around, let's say, 10 hashtags that long words, you know what I mean? But make sure they are super related to the content you're posting. So if you are a realtor, for example, you put hashtag realtor, hashtag house, hashtag buying a house, first time buyer, you know, these kind of words that are general and also super niche, but related to your topic. This is super big because then the platform is gonna categorize your account inside that niche. So everyone looking for that type of content, you're going to appear first in the For You page. The For You page is like the Instagram feed for your TikTok account. So make sure you use hashtags related to your niche so you can start growing that audience, that community. That's the last thing to do, because with the community, everything is easier on social media, okay? So make sure you use related hashtags. Step number 3 is answer all comments. So what happens is you start pushing the comments, you start pushing, just having a conversation with the people, and you start optimizing for that. And then the TikTok system will start pushing your content out because they see that people like the content. So the more comments you reply, the more people talk, and you start engaging with them, and you start accumulating that number. So the more shares and comments, the better. So incentivize people to comments, okay? So, and answer all the comments. There is no excuse just to put a smiley face or a winky face or just a thumbs up when someone puts a meaningful comment to you, because that's what you're doing. You cannot be lazy about it. You need to answer the comment meaningfully
and create that human interaction. It's just like if you were in that room with these people and they literally stopped by, let's say, your booth, and all you did was imagine what would happen if that was you in real life with the real person right in front of you.
Exactly. So it's just not enough. You need to engage and you have to speak with the person. So if you have less than 10,000 followers anywhere and you don't find the time to answer the comments of the people that are engaging with your account, it's not worth it for you, okay?
Yeah.
Just let me tell you, if you have more than 10,000, at least you need to be answering 70% of the comments if you're getting 100, 200, 300, 500 comments. But if not, I would even consider hiring a social media marketing agency like us that manages all the profiles and personal branding of all the accounts. That's basically why you need to build the audience and the community, because when you have the strong community, that's what matters. So don't be lazy and start answering the comments. Not thumbs up, but a meaningful answer, okay?
Next, we're going to go into tips before you post. 1, optimize for shares and comments. So, like he mentioned, everything is about that interaction. Don't think about views, don't think about likes, but actually think about if people are sharing your content to other people. So that means that they thought it was worthy enough, not only for them to spend time, but to share it with people that they know. And comments. This is the most important. What's a super simple way that you can optimize your content? Saying hello if you liked it, share, and comment below. We sometimes forget that people are just swiping through, and we think that we as content creators or as brands think that it's super simple, that everybody knows what they should be doing, but in reality they don't know. And most of the times we have to be the ones to specifically say to consumers, hey, if you like this, go ahead and share below, comment, share it with a friend, share it with a family member, purchase on this site, click on here, whatever it may be. Give people actionable advice to your content.
Yes, so listen up. This is super interesting and not many people know about. Is sometimes you optimize for the likes, but actually likes is super easy to buy on the internet, okay? You can buy like 10,000 likes for a post for like $2, which is something crazy on any platform. So what happens here, if you think about it, platforms like Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, or anything that you can buy likes, they don't make your post to be boosted by likes. So if you get 10,000 likes, they won't put you on the Explore page. They just won't push the content. What it means is that shares, because people are sharing the content and just send it to the friends, like, look at this, watch this, stay more time on the platform. That's what helps you go viral, go on the Explore page, go on the For You page. So you have to optimize for shares and comments, because shares and comments are a lot more difficult to fake, because likes are super easy to fake, followers are super easy to fake, but a real community sharing your content and also commenting your post is super difficult. So make sure that when you create your post, on the captions, you ask a question, for example. You also ask whatever you have in mind. So they finish the video, because that's another thing. Video completion. That's super important. If people rewatch time and time again because it's something funny, it's something that they need to pay more attention, that's super interesting, because the TikTok algorithm will start pushing. So if they rewatch, if they comment and they share, that's a win for you. You're going to go viral. So when you create content, create thinking about these three steps, okay?
Exactly. All right, number 2, connect your Instagram and YouTube. So if you don't already have your own TikTok account, when you create your account, it's just like any other social media platform, but on this one, it gives you the option to do your name, your description, and a link to Instagram and YouTube. This is huge because no other platform is giving you the opportunity to actually link your Instagram and your YouTube from your profile. This is the best way to gain audience from TikTok and streamline into your different social media channels. It's a win-win situation.
Exactly. We have a case study about this. I mean, it's crazy. With my own personal brand, it has been just insane. All the people that come from TikTok straight to my Instagram account, to my YouTube channel, it's just crazy. The same with the agency, the same with Laura. I mean, it's been crazy because TikTok has so much reach inside the platform that it's pushing your account. So it's like the gasoline for your car. Imagine that Instagram is the car and TikTok is the gasoline. So you post something, so many people see it, then they go to your profile and click your Instagram icon and they go straight to your Instagram platform. And you get the follow, you get the comments, you start engaging within the DMs. That's the power of TikTok. So look at it. So first connect your Instagram, connect your YouTube, link it, put it in your bio, and then everything is gonna be connected, everything is gonna be repurposed, and then that's the time when you start building the audience, okay?
All right, who's ready for tip number 3? Let us know. Send some hearts if you're ready for tip number 3. Brand your profile picture and bio. Like I mentioned, this is super important because branding is the way that you're going to be connected throughout all these social media channels with one identity. So no matter if I look for Chipotle, if I look for McDonald's on any social media platform, I know it's them because they're using their branding and their logo.
All right, guys. So that's tip number 3. And now, one of the best parts of this live is the case studies and ideas. Because you must be, okay, guys, you're talking nonsense. What's going on? I don't know what's this. TikTok, that's for children. I don't know what's going on.
Maybe you're like Marise, who has a love-hate relationship. That's okay. We have it too.
Exactly. But then after you see this, you will understand the power of the platform because the big brands are just doing it and they are crushing it. So you have to understand what's going on. So we brought some case studies. Let me just bring that to you. Let's start with...
Da-dun-da-dun! The NBA, my friends. If you're into basketball, you know what this is all about. If you're into basketball, you've probably seen the NBA's account. They are killing it. They are doing amazing content. Just take a look. Take a look at the content. Look at this. I mean, come on.
Exactly.
This is great.
And it's super easy to repurpose this. Just imagine, I mean, you have so much content. The NBA is getting X amount of views when people are watching the games and all of that. But look at this. If you see to the post, they get like 2 million views in only one video. That's like 15 seconds. Look at that. That's the video. So they repurpose the content that already exists on their platforms and just post it on TikTok and get all of that awareness, which is what matters. So you need to be thinking, if the NBA is doing it, they are up to something. So what's really going on? Okay.
Exactly.
That's example number 1. repurposing content as a big brand or any brand related to sports. You can do the same if you're running your high school team for soccer, for football, swimming, to whatever you're doing. You can do the same thing because you have so many opportunities, so many fun things that are happening on the court and all of that. So just makes sense just taking that content and taking it inside TikTok. And then if you're high school, for example, or university, you can use that as a fundraiser, for example, for some of your projects. You have a goal and a clear end in mind that you can use TikTok to propel your projects inside your own high school, inside your own middle school, or whatever you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. So let's go to account number 2, okay?
Chipotle! If you're in the United States, you know and you love Chipotle just like we do. Look at these amazing, amazing content. Look at the amount of views that they have. I promise you, if big brands are doing it, it's for a reason. Your brand, your product brand, your service brand should be on TikTok too. Look at this. I mean, food is something that no matter where you're on, it's gonna be a boom.
So just look at that. This is a food restaurant, the same. If you're a small restaurant, you can do the same thing. It doesn't matter if you're Chipotle or you're not Chipotle, but when you see it, it's just mind-blowing. They use influencers and you see the quality of posts and it's crazy. Okay, the posts are not overproduced, or some of them are, some of them aren't, some of them are customers, some of them are funny content. So they're using many things. And also let's see Wendy's, for example.
So Wendy's has always been one of my favorite, I would say, fast food chains on social media. I just think that their content is creative. They are killing it, and look at their TikToks. So like we see here, it's simple things. They play around, they have funny things, they have different styles of content. I promise you, after seeing Wendy's and after scrolling and after looking at this type of content, you're gonna start to, whenever you're driving around your city, your neighborhood, you're gonna make that instant connection with all the Wendy's that you're driving by. I promise you.
And you can see the million of views, comments, and shares they're getting. It's just insane. All the awareness. If they run the same commercial in NBC, they can get the same amount of views as a regular TikTok. Just imagine that. That's just crazy. You pay millions of dollars. That works also, but this is cheaper and it's just faster. You get the metrics, you see the numbers. So it's just amazing. So
next,
let's go next. And
what do we have here? Red Bull. Red Bull is another platform, another brand that kills it with content. Look at this.
So the same thing is relatable content that you can reuse and post and you get the awareness. Okay, guys?
One thing that I love about all these case studies is that you should be starting to see here that there's no trend. We're not only picking a certain type of brand. And one correlation that we do see is the huge numbers that everyone is getting from all this style of content. So no matter who you are, no matter if you're a personal brand, small brand, local brand, huge brand, global brand, you need to be on TikTok.
So let's say if you are a personal brand, you're like, okay, favorite. I'm not Wendy's, I'm not, the NBA with millions of views. What's going on? So guys, this is a regular, average Joe lawyer that you can find in any small town inside the US or inside any country. So this guy is crushing it. He has millions of views just by making TikToks. He's a lawyer, the same office, the same boring setup that you think about, oh, I don't have a fun life, I'm not driving bikes, I'm not doing something fun. This guy is inside an office and just crushing it. You can see the millions and millions of views, the awareness he gets for his practice just by posting TikToks and related content. So look at that. There is no excuse to start and push your brand inside the platform. Okay, guys?
This is a great example. And this is literally something that it's an industry that people wouldn't think about creating content for, wouldn't think of creating this type of content for, and wouldn't think of even being on TikTok. So he's literally somebody that is going outside of the normal. He's a complete outlier in his industry. And look at these numbers that he's getting. I promise you, that not only is he building brand awareness, but the next time you need a lawyer, you're going to go and see where he's located. We're going to go and see who he works with, what type of lawyer he is, just because of this fun content that he's creating on TikTok.
And if you are a Gen Z or millennial, you can relate more with this guy than any regular practice that you see on the streets. So you are more drawn into him and you feel more related, more secure to do business with him. So that's something that you need to keep in mind, and it's super, super useful. So let's go to the second last case study. This one is a chiropractor. Look at this.
Dr. Cracks. I love it.
So he's one of the most famous ones. So you have a physical therapy practice. If you have a spa, if you have anything related to health, there are many ones. There are like even gynecologists. There are many people just talking about women problems, just male problems. There are many, many people I should have put that one in there, but this one, he's a chiropractor. He's just crushing it. Look at all the numbers that he has. He's dancing. You don't have to dance, but he's dancing because he likes to dance. But you use the same songs. You go viral by using the music. You use the stickers. You use all of that and relate to the content. So it's a no-brainer, okay, guys? So
some of the most important things that applies to any social media platform. Let's say, for example, we think, okay, TikTok is for dancing, so I have to dance. Oh, but I hate dancing, but this is what works. This is what people like. No, totally, totally wrong. You should never be changing the style of your content because of what other people like. I promise you that let's say if he weren't a dancer and he were just getting on camera and just showing how he cracks, different routines for stretching, for cracking your back, cracking your hands, he would get just the same amount of traction because he's producing content that is great, that is relatable, that is teaching something, and it's what he's best at. So don't think that you need to go outside your norm, outside of what you normally do. Just think about what you're good at and what's your way of expressing your message. We're all human. We all have different ways. So use this as your superpower to get your message across. So
as you see, it doesn't matter whatever you do, whatever business you have, if you're a personal brand, you have a practice, whatever profession you have an audience out there. You have an audience that's relatable to you. You have something to say. That's the most important part. So you can create.
We have one more, last one. This is Realtor of TikTok. Mr. Realtor right here is creating content for his personal brand, and he's doing a fabulous, fabulous job with this.
So as you can see, he's super relatable. He's a realtor. He's trying to drive business inside his practice, his area. He's just killing it, using the same songs, the same music, the same strategy as whatever, chiropractor is using, as whatever lawyer is using. But he is a realtor. That's the only difference. He's using the platform to find clients, to build awareness, to find and build his practice. So this is the best way to just start reaching people. Just put in the work. 1 post to 3 posts a day, as we talk about, and that's it. And let's go to our last slide. So just for you to see, that's not impossible. This is one of our accounts. It's just getting countless and countless of interactions. As you can see, we can keep scrolling, and it's people after people after people. It's growing. This doesn't happen on all the platforms. So make sure that you go into TikTok and just start creating, okay? So let's go and now talk with David Reese. He has an amazing case study. He recently went viral and it was just amazing.
Before we jump into David, I just want to circle back to back to Locked Up Entertainment. Tell me what your opinion is on TikTok right now. I want to know if your opinion has changed in this past hour with the information and with the case studies that we've been doing. I'm interested in knowing what your comments are, your thoughts are while we talk to David, okay?
All right, let's see. Click view, go live with David. And let's see, hopefully he's still there. I know he's a busy guy. He's a photographer and videographer.
Hello.
What is up, David? Oh, I think I cannot hear you just a second because I have the mic here. Oh,
Yeah, you have to take it off.
okay, can you hear me there?
Okay, we can
Awesome.
hear you. How are you?
Nice, very nice, very nice. A little bit bored here in quarantine, but creating content and
Fantastic, man.
Awesome.
Man, I see that you're posting daily content. You are following the advice. You're always on it. You're a videographer and photographer. You were located in the South Florida area. Now you are in Spain at the moment. And you are experiencing and creating content in Spanish and English so you can relate to whatever we're saying. And also, you're using TikTok to propel your personal brand. So, tell us a little bit about what's going on, your strategies, and how you're using TikTok to make it happen for you, okay?
okay, yeah, as you guys mentioned before, TikTok is huge right now. It's the organic reach that you can have is tremendous, right? So, yeah, as he said before, as Gabriel said before, I made one piece of content that went viral and I got like almost 3 million views. And that only that post gave me like 20,000 followers, something like that, or 18,000 followers, something like that. So yeah, TikTok is huge if you want to grow. Now, what they say, what the experts say, is that it has the potential of being the next Instagram. So I think it's very important if you want to grow your personal brand. So take advantage of this time that is very easy to grow. So whenever the platforms becomes bigger, you already have a following and you can have like a very competitive advantage over your competitors. So what I have been doing is very, very easy. I have been creating content. Basically, 80% of the content that I post on TikTok is the same content that I post on Instagram.
Awesome.
The other 20% is some funny stuff that I can think, like, I don't know, like putting some different accents in Venezuelan accent versus Colombian accent, whatever, right?
We've seen it.
Uh-huh. So I don't stick 100% to photography or videography. Um, yeah, I mean, the type of content that resonates on TikTok is it's funny content, creative content, something that you can consume in a very easy and fast way. So if you're creating content for the platform, make sure you follow those rules that you guys mentioned before, like uh, draw attention in the first second, make sure that people watch your video multiple times because that pushes you uh, to get more reach. So some of the tips that I could give that worked for me is using specifically for me that I create content for photographers and videographers is using trending songs. There are some specific songs that are made for that specific type of content. For example, there's a song that at the beginning you kind of prepare this scenario and then you show the final picture. So if you use those type of songs, that's going to help you to get more eyes on your content. Another thing that you guys mentioned is answer all the comments because that way you can also create short conversations within the comments and that gives you more engagement and the platform pushes your content even more. And something that I wrote down here is that, yeah, that very important that worked for me as well is that if you see that one of your posts is getting traction, make sure you post more because that means that a lot of people are going to
Are
visit
falling into
your profile. So you want those people to see more content so that helps, that gives an extra push to your other videos. And that's it. That's more likely,
That's a
they're more likely to
super.
watch your other videos and subscribe and follow. Very nice tip that you guys gave as well is cross platforms. Uh, a lot of my TikTok followers went to Instagram and YouTube. So if you connect those platforms, that's a very a very nice way of gaining some followers on Instagram as well and YouTube.
Fantastic. That's something huge. And you also mentioned you use hashtags, right? How many hashtags? What do you tend to use? You relate that to your
Do you
post?
play around with them?
Yeah, what I do is I don't use the For You page hashtags because that's very saturated. So what I try to do is similar to what I do on Instagram, use some hashtag related to my niche. So, and I try to combine them like big following hashtags and small following hashtags. So if one of my posts go viral and someone watches that specific hashtag, they're gonna see my piece of content and maybe they're interested and they follow me. So yeah, I use as many hashtags as I can, and sometimes I put like a little catchy caption like "Wait till the end" or "I can believe this happened," or you try to create some intrigue so that the viewer stays, view the whole thing.
Exactly. So as you can see, David is using everything that we mentioned. As you can see, he's optimizing his profile. He connected his account with other platforms. He's posting content daily there on TikTok. He's also optimizing with hashtags. He's answering all the comments. He's doing just everything that we mentioned. And look at him. He went viral and he also is crushing it with his account. For example, let's say your Instagram at the moment, how many followers do you have on Instagram at the moment?
Like 2,500.
Exactly. And you've been working on it like a ton. You're posting always and look at it. And you also posted the same thing on TikTok and you are already crushing it there. You are boosting your profile and using all of that free reach and transferring that to your Instagram account. So it's a no-brainer to use the platform as gasoline to drive other platforms for you, for your personal brand or business. So thank you so much, David. Super, super insightful. Maybe can you tell your handle so people can check your personal TikTok and they can get inspired and all of that?
Absolutely. Thank you guys for all these tips, everything that you guys are doing. Keep up the hard work, and they can find me at David Ruiz Visuals. I recently changed it because I wanted to give a little switch to my personal brand. So David Ruiz Visuals.
Awesome, awesome. He has photography, videography content. He's crushing it out there. And as you know, you can visit, and also we're always trying to put some information out. So we'll make sure to speak with David in the future. And we also have 3 podcast episodes with him. If you want to get to know him better, you can go to our YouTube channel. We spoke with him in person, and also we spoke with him by video chat. And it's just amazing. I mean, you can learn so much from him regarding content creation and videos and also photos, okay? Thank you so much, David. We'll see you soon,
it was
okay?
great talking to you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
And just before we end, thank you so much, David. I just want to read a comment from Locked Up Entertainment. So, like we talked about in the beginning, Locked Up Entertainment was a little hesitant on starting on TikTok. And right now, they just wrote in, "I'm going to use it. You have convinced me. You're great salespeople, and I just gotta learn it." So we're super, super happy. It's obviously not something that we're trying to sell, but we just really, really believe in it, and we believe that it can bring you lots of benefit for your own personal brand or for your business brand. So go ahead and right when we end this live, go to TikTok, create your account, and follow those steps that we shared today, okay?
All right, fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. If you're watching the replay on YouTube or you're listening to this on the podcast, we are going to be there. If you have any questions, you can go to our social media platforms, D. Laura Gomez, Hey Meneses, or at TDC Digital Agency on any social media platform. And we are there to help you on any questions you might have. And if you're watching this live, thank you so much to just hang with us on this TDC Thursday. We're so happy to have you, and we will see you in the next one, okay?
Next Thursday. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye-bye.